Hello everyone! Tunisian crochet has become increasingly popular over the last few years. I've seen many crochet designers designing Tunisian crochet patterns. There have been a lot of videos of people Tunisian crocheting getting millions of views. But what even is Tunisian crochet? Let's go over the basic concepts of Tunisian crochet. So Tunisian crochet is a cross between crochet and knitting. So before we go into what Tunisian crochet is, let's first just quickly brush over the differences between crochet and knitting. So crochet only has one active loop at one time, meaning that when you start a stitch, you will finish that stitch, one as you go. Knitting, on the other hand, has multiple active loops at one time. You can see this by all the loops that are left on a knitting needle. So if Tunisian crochet is a cross between these two, what does that look like? So Tunisian crochet has multiple active loops on the hook at a time and then none at all. So what does that even mean? With Tunisian crochet, like knitting, you're going to pull up a loop across your entire row. So you're going to have multiple active loops at a time. But like crochet, once you get to the end of the row, you're going to pull through all of your loops down the row to end up with one loop left on your hook, like crochet. That's so cool. So what tool do you use for Tunisian crochet? To do Tunisian crochet, you need a crochet hook. However, like knitting, you need the ability to have multiple active loops on your hook. And you can't normally do that with a normal size crochet hook. To allocate for the space that you need for all of the active loops, you can buy super long crochet hooks. So the size of Tunisian crochet hook that you use completely depends on the project that you're making. So if you're making a small Tunisian square, you can just use a normal non-ergonomic crochet hook and that should fit all of your loops. If you're making a top, you could easily use a long aluminum Tunisian crochet hook that is stiff the whole way through. And if you're making a blanket, you're gonna need something that's pretty big and is able to hold many active loops at a time. So that's when you can use a long corded Tunisian crochet hook. The links to these hooks are down below in the description. So let's look a little bit further in the basic concepts of Tunisian crochet. Unlike knitting and crochet, you will never really work on the wrong side of your Tunisian crochet. You will always be working on the right side. Tunisian crochet works somewhat like a typewriter. So you do your Tunisian crochet stitch across your forward pass, and then once you reach the end of the row, you work your return pass. So every single Tunisian crochet project starts with the Tunisian simple stitch. If you want a more detailed explanation of what that Tunisian simple stitch looks like, how to do it, please watch this video here. But to start, you just need a basic crochet chain. Next, you're going to pull up a loop in every single chain that you created. This is called your forward pass. Once you reach the end of that row, you then pull your yarn through each and every loop on your hook, and that is called the return pass. So what does Tunisian crochet look like? So the stitches in Tunisian crochet don't necessarily look like a normal crochet stitch. The stitch that you are looking at is a long vertical bar. Different stitches in Tunisian crochet just depend on how you go into that vertical bar. Some of these stitches include the knit stitch, smock stitch, full stitch, and many others. You can also do common crochet stitches, but in a Tunisian version, such as the Tunisian double stitch and the Tunisian slip stitch. The possibilities are truly endless. If you would like to watch specific tutorials for Tunisian crochet stitches, you can watch my videos here. There are so many possibilities with Tunisian crochet. If you are very familiar with crochet, the learning curve for Tunisian crochet is very little. If you are interested in trying out Tunisian crochet, you can head to my blog and I have multiple patterns that you can try out. I have a super beginner-friendly pillow pattern if you want to just dive right into it. I have a no-sew bag if you're interested, a no-sew headband, and I have many other Tunisian crochet projects coming soon. Links to all those patterns that I mentioned can be found in the description below. I really hope you guys fall in love with Tunisian crochet as much as I have. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below and let me know what other videos you would like to see from me. Thank you so much for watching!